Okay. All right, chat. This is for you guys. All right. So you guys are my male audiences, right? You guys tell me what you guys think about this, okay? I know you guys were hearing it a little bit, but you guys weren't seeing it or anything like that. But I want you to tell me what you guys think about this.
What drug do you think everyone should take?
Testosterone. There's no reason that in 2025, with all the endocrine
I want to know what my
disruptors
male
out there that
audiences
you're hearing
think.
about, that you should be on the endocrine system. It's just outrageous to me. You'll hear all these videos from the big wellness people talking about how you have to do a list that's 20 pages long of things to avoid to maintain optimal testosterone levels, and I'm just sitting there thinking, why? Wouldn't it be a lot easier to just inject it exogenously and not have to worry about all these potential detriments to your life? It just doesn't make sense at all.
And I just gotta say, you know what, just to play devil's advocate, he's right. But one thing I disagree with is not injecting testosterone into your body exogenously if you don't have to. And this is the problem with this guy.
That's the bitch's way out for I assume like what, like getting quote unquote testosterone like inside of you, basically. I assume it's just basically like injecting yourself. Because technically, like, right, if you inject yourself with testosterone, isn't it true that like it makes your penis smaller? Isn't that true? Like, and then also at the same time, if you don't keep up with the testosterone, you lose the muscle and you look like small or something like that. Man is already talking crazy. Body shape ain't worth it because of the negative effects. He is gay. That is what I think when I see my Bill's testosterone production is my body goes through the roof. Excessive, yes. Okay, I see.
This guy who's going viral now, his name is Clavicular. He's basically a looksmaxer who's just injecting himself with
The one thing that I hate about fucking people who do these kinds of things are looksmaxers. Basically the ones with like the good chin looking age mofos, you know, the trying to max out their looks. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're gonna get old, your skin is gonna be wrinkly, and you're gonna be like an old ass man, okay? You're not gonna be young forever, okay? Let's just be honest here, all right? Age will catch up to you really fucking quickly. Testosterone is really good though. It's expensive and it is a massive commitment. Yeah, but you shouldn't be injecting yourself. And if your body doesn't produce the testosterone, the effects of being on it is temporary. I see. Okay, because I don't know any of these stuff, so I have like zero knowledge.
whole bunch of drugs in order to make himself look good. And one of those drugs is including one well-known here in America by the name of but it does start with an M and ends with an F. I'm pretty sure we all know what.
Starts with an M and ends with an F? Did I get that right?
And one of those drugs is including one well-known here in America by the name of but it does start with an M and ends with an F. I'm pretty sure we all know what particular type of drug or category of drug I am talking about. But it seems as
I don't know what it is. I've never heard of it. Starts with an M and ends with an F? I have no idea. I don't know what drug that is.
So this guy's going viral for a lot of different things that I can't really cover in this video because I want to kind of, you know, not waste people's time. But this 19, 20-year-old guy here, who at this point in time is known for bone smashing, which is...
Wait, he's 19 and 20 years old and... Okay. All right, well...
take a very hard object and smashing your facial bones, I believe, to induce some type of bone growth at that particular area to make his face look more sharp. Yeah, that's the thing. He injects himself with third-party syringes filled with testosterone at the age of 19, 20 years old, when at that age, your testosterone should be produced naturally within your own body. If you hook...
So, okay, so what you're telling me, right? This guy is basically shooting testosterone inside of himself as he's a baby. He's a baby, okay? He's a fucking baby, all right? He has not started life whatsoever. And this guy's injecting himself with so many different types of drugs inside of him. This is basically, it's what's gonna happen. Work with what you got, and if you want your body to produce more testosterone, it's a lifestyle change. No difference than dieting to lose weight.
yourself on testosterone at that age, your body won't be able to naturally produce it in the long run. So he's kind of fucked himself in that regard. He also say he sniffs meth in order to lean max, basically using meth to suppress his appetite.
Is he saying METH? Is that what he's saying? Is that literally what he's saying? It sounds like that's what he's saying. I could totally be wrong though, but that's what it sounds like. Yes? Are you telling me this man is sniffing that? That's crazy.
In order to maintain low body fat percentages. So instead of just going on a calorie deficit, you know, not eating too much or possibly doing intermittent fasting, he decides to instead use meth in order.
You know, I'm using fastening every so often. I'll probably start some fastening like tomorrow probably, or this weekend. I can probably do it this weekend. I'll do some fastening this weekend and I won't have any problems, but Jesus fucking Christ though.
To suppress his appetite. Now, to be fair, a lot of other influencers and creators and celebrities out there use another thing that we all know to suppress their appetites, and that is what we now know as Ozempic, a GLP-1 that suppresses your appetite too. But instead of using that, I guess because he can't get access to that for some reason, he decides to sniff.
I will never use Ozempic in my entire life. Never. There's some side effects of it. I looked up what the side effects are for it. There are some side effects specifically for Ozempics. I will never ever use Ozempics. Nope. I'd rather lose the weight with full focus, concentration, and discipline in order for me to lose the weight. And I have been losing weight. So I have been proud of myself for the hard work that I've been doing. It's still a long road for me, of course, but I am showing progress though. I am showing progress.
Instead, and by the way, most of his fan base is full of young teenage boys that he's influencing.
What drugs do you take in a day?
I'm taking testosterone every single day. Take 7.5 milligrams of Accutane a day. I use
Accutane? What is that? I don't know what that is. What the hell?
crystal for hollow cheeks.
Excuse me? I use crystal METH for hollow cheeks. So I think there's a trend of young guys as young as 12 and 13 using drugs while working out. I'm hoping I'm wrong. Oh, Jesus Christ. What generation is that one? Is that generation Alpha? Is that the Alpha generation? I feel sorry for the Alpha generation, to be honest. Accutane is a form of vitamin. It reduces the amount of oil released by oil glands in your skin and helps your skin renew itself more quickly. Accutane is used to treat severe nodular acne. It has not responded to any other treatments, including antibiotics. But what is it used for? Like, what specific skin type, though? No, I don't drink and I don't smoke either, too, as well. That's why I still look, like, really young and everything. Like, what kind of, like, severe skin acne are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about? Like, how severe are we talking about?
I'm not a huge longevity guy.
Yeah, so he said it himself. He's not a huge longevity guy. His goal is not to live for a long time. His goal is not to live to, 90, 100 years old by optimizing his health. His goal is to have as much fun as possible, look good as possible, make as much money as possible, and to get as famous as possible with the least amount of work necessary. And I get it, you want to work smarter instead of harder. You want to take the...
Right. If I was a guy, I wouldn't go for the looksmaxing type of look. The type of look that I would go for is the more femboy, feminine look. That's probably the one I would probably do, or just be a trap or something like that. That's probably what I would do. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the looksmaxing type of way, in my personal opinion. When the acne stays, even after other treatments, then Accutane is recommended. I see. So that's basically is what it is.
path of least resistance. But when it comes to a point to where it now starts to negatively impact your health and you're exogenously
You're already a
ingesting or
femboy, Co?
injecting yourself
Okay.
with
Sure,
narcotics,
sure.
steroids, smashing your face with a hammer in order to get better cheekbones,
I would never smash my face for better quote-unquote cheekbones. What the fuck? Oh god.
yeah, this is what this guy has done in order to
Oh,
apparently
God.
get better cheekbones. And guys, I just gotta say, disclaimer, don't ever do this. This is not only will it probably just mess up your face, damage your skin, and actually do long-term physical harm to you. There's just no science.
He has purple bruises on his like on his actual cheeks and everything. It's proven that bone smashing does nothing, by the way. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't do anything. What kind of person thinks it actually does something?
Scientific evidence to support that bone smashing will actually get you better cheekbones. At this point in time, I don't believe there's any scientific literature to back up this theory. I know technically it can make your bones grow back stronger, but we don't know if it can actually enlarge them. I mean, even if it did, wouldn't it just make some asymmetrical, lopsided effect?
Wait, it does make your bones stronger? Huh, I didn't know about that actually, to be honest. So that means my bones are the weakest.
Over time, because you're not applying the same amount of pressure asymmetrically to both sides in a constant manner for this to have the effect that you want. So likely this kid already had good cheekbones, and the correlation
dude
he
is
saw
crazy.
by losing fat and revealing his cheekbones led him to the consensus that bone smashing was the cause for this particular type of effect. You know, this is why they say correlation does not equal causation. People mismatch and identify the cause and effect of
Yes,
particular things all the time.
microfractures make your bones denser.
Somebody told me to do
Huh,
too.
interesting.
Yes, so I
Who would
do
have thunk it?
to, basically suppress my appetite.
I actually do believe him. If it's Adderall, just say it's Adderall. Don't make it sound worse with meth, but that is a very common tactic.
That's just sad, man. Guys, please don't use Ozempic. Don't use literally, please just go on a calorie deficit or burn more calories than you are eating per day. Additionally, if you have a very large appetite due to your genetics or whatever, then please just eat very satiating foods like meat, whole foods like complex carbohydrates, sweet potatoes, avocados, potentially yams, both types, if you know what I mean, and high quality meat. Pause. This will help to dampen your, your appetite. And
Well, even for me, like I'm just doing fastening. Like I just do it over the weekends and everything like that, Like sometimes I'll do it for a week, There are some times that I will do it for a week. There's no problem for that. It's just kind of like, if I'm ready to do it for that 1 week specifically, but or I've just been eating like really small, Sometimes I'll have a cheat day. Yeah, there are some days that I'll have a cheat day and everything, There's sometimes I'll have a cheesecake or something, or I'll make me a nice little big meal or something, But I still wouldn't finish it though, but I usually save it for later. But that's kind of like the gist of it for me. So, but I've still been making good progress though for me.
instead of like literally injecting yourself with hardcore drugs, it's not necessary in my opinion. It just isn't.
Try to get leaner. Try to lean.
Wait, so how are you not like tweaking right now if you do?
Well, I mean, once you use it for a while, and if you use moderate dosages, you're just getting like the same effects as Adderall plus the appetite suppression.
Okay.
So if you
I
guys
will
didn't
never take
know,
Ozempic.
methamphetamine
Never
is
ever.
Chat saying just like you, just like.
essentially the same, class of drug as.
Is he promoting meth? Is that what he's like? Just so you guys know, if you're interested in buying meth, then DM me if you need good prices. Meth is an appetite suppressant. In low doses, it's not actually as detrimental as people think.
All right, Sneak.
Right. Oh yeah, Mama Azathoth did bought a pie actually. So if I ever take a bite of that pie or so, that'll actually be the first time I'll ever eat a pie in my life. She bought a pecan pie because I never ate pie in my entire life.
Nico, please don't even co-sign any of this, bro. Like, I just gotta say, because I'm a creator too, we're all in our 20s. Clav is like 20 years old, or he's literally about to turn 20, right? So we're all Gen Z creators. We need to stop this, bro. Looksmaxing has taken over this culture in such a way that I can already see the logical conclusion. And I'm not per se against looks.
If I see my son try to do some looksmaxing, I'm gonna smack his face back to what it looked like, just like in that episode of SpongeBob SquarePants where SpongeBob smacked Squidward in the face or so with the door. That's what I'm gonna do to him as well. I'm gonna smack him. I'm gonna smack the fucking door in his face to make him turn back the way he was.
Maxing. You know, there are two different types of
If I
categories.
catch him
Hard
doing this
maxing
dumbass
and then
shit.
there's soft maxing. Soft maxing, basically good skincare routine, working out, low body fat, eating healthy, you know, white teeth, doing things that aren't too invasive for your body naturally to make yourself look better. And then there's hard maxing. Well, this guy wants to get a double jaw surgery, by the way. He wants to pay $35,000. That is prime example of what hard maxing is. Invasive surgery, rhinoplasties, double jaw surgery, surgeries for your orbital bone, your maxilla to bring it forward.
Plav, why are you getting a double jaw surgery?
There's nothing I can't do.
A double jaw? What? This guy wants like double jaws? So like, is he gonna get like his first jaw and then they're gonna implant another jaw underneath his jaw or something? What the fuck? It's so weird.
With my current looks package, I'm already having pretty much the life I want. It's just I know the return on investment is extremely high. It's $35,000 for a double jaw surgery.
You wanna, hey man, if you wanna lose 35K, just send it over to me. I will happily take your money from you. If you are trying to waste 35K, send it over to me. Trust me, your investment will go high too as well over here. But man, dude, that's a pretty waste of money right there. I ain't gonna lie, to be honest. I swear, dude, plastic surgery and surgery people like those that do like the face and everything and all that stuff, man, they're rolling in money, bro. Honestly, dude, they are literally rolling in the they are scamming all these people, bro. Honestly, maybe I should have gone to school for fucking for plastic surgery, to be honest. I probably would have been making some bank as shit too as well.
Full facial implants. It's kind of like a few surgeries done at once. The surgery is called a bimax. So they're going to make an osteotomy in the upper jaw, my maxilla, and the lower jaw. It's called a BSSO, and advance both of the jaws forward. And on top of that, during the same process, they also place the implants. I'll also be getting a rhinoplasty during the same thing.
See, all
This guy is getting 3 fucking surgeries for one? Damn, man. Jesus Christ. Holy shit, dude.
that is it's just unnecessary. The guy already looks good, you know, and based off of previous images, I understand the things that he's done to make himself look better. It's obvious. I get it. Leaner, he's more tan. I think he used peptides and the quote-unquote bone smashing. I don't think that had anything to do with his quote-unquote ascendance, but clearly, you know, he was younger here. He was still going through puberty. Man's had acne and all that. So obviously a lot of the things that he's done to, you know, make himself look better has worked objectively. However, I'm not going to condone people using hardcore drugs like the word that starts with M and ends with F. I'm not gonna advocate for people using peptides, right? That, you know, if you want to use them, go ahead, but understand the risks that comes with that, and understand there are third-party factories out there that can poison you with low-quality stuff. And mind you, you have to inject peptides as well with a syringe. And then on top of that, I'm not gonna advocate for young people, young men, to exogenously inject themselves with testosterone, of which you have
This
to
is sickness of the highest order.
inject as well. And then on top of that, he says he's using 7.5 milligrams of Accutane per day. Listen, if you have acne problems and no matter what you do, it just won't go away, and you're like Clav, who, you know, 2 years ago or a year ago, understandable. Go to your doctor. If you qualify, go for it. But
yeah, if you go to an actual like skin care or skin doctor or so, and they tell you that like, hey, you know, we've tried all these methods, but it seems like nothing is working. We're gonna give you this or so. Like if that's like the final last result and that actually gets rid of like your skin problem, then okay. Then there's, you know, there's nothing wrong with it, okay? Like the skin thing, the skin problem itself, but only that'd be a last resort if no other stuff is working that the doctor prescribed you. And then it's just kind of like, yeah, we can do this, but these are the side effects, you know, and then you agree to it, then, well, you know, be my guest, you know, so it'll basically work out pretty well.
stand the long-term side effects of using all these drugs in conjunction with each other at the same time. Mind you, this guy is still 19, 20, and he looks like he's, 5, 6, 7 years older than that already. Also, additionally, apparently he's been, he got his girl to look smacks as well, as you can see in this video here.
So he made his girlfriend also do looks maxing as well? That's terrible, to be honest. That's awful. That's awful. You should love your partner the way how she is, Like, yeah, she's gonna have some flaws and everything like that, but you should love her the way how she is, The reason why you fell in love with her is because you just liked who she was. I think she looks very pretty here. I'm not a fan of that. I thought she looks very pretty in this. She looks very cute. She's cute in this one. She looks very cute. I think she looks very cute. Oh no, he peer pressured his girl? Yeah, he peer pressured his girl. I don't like how the way she looks like here. Because you want to know something? When they, even if they make babies, like let's say for example they become a mom and a dad, right? Their kids are not even gonna look similar to them, both of them. Their kid is probably gonna be questioning and be like, "Are you even my real dad? Are you even my real mom? I look nothing like you guys," Once they get older, they'll be like, "We look nothing alike."
So obviously they look better. I'm not gonna gaslight you guys. Objectively, they do look better.
No, these two right here before, they look fine. They look fine. There's nothing wrong with them specifically. They look fine. She's gorgeous. She's cute. This is a nice, good-looking, handsome man. Honestly, there's literally nothing wrong with him right now. But then afterwards, it's like, oh God, Jesus.
Right? To a certain degree. Or they're more conventionally attractive. They both lost weight. They both got lean. Here they look like young, happy, whatever. Generic couple, right? Here they look like, I'm not gonna lie, arrogant, cocky, rich kids. Objectively, they've like kind of, increased their SMV or their model-esque looks with the methods of which they proceeded with.
Oh, that would be crazy if they actually get their kids doing looks maxing as well at a young age. No, siree. No.
Now, a lot of people would say they look uncanny, but you guys got to understand what they did. He used that drug that rhymes with F, and he probably also likely influenced her to do the same thing. Mind you, this girl is still like 16, 17, and he's been also injecting her face with, I think, I'm not sure what, Botox maybe?
She's gonna look ugly. She's definitely gonna she's gonna look ugly when she gets older. They're both gonna look ugly when they get older. 100% they're gonna look ugly when they get older. They're already way older than their current age, and it's gonna be a lot worse for them. So for me specifically, if I want to quote unquote looks maxing, right? Skincare retreat, dieting, eating properly, working out, drinking more water, do a lot of more natural things to do looks maxing than doing whatever the fuck this is, having a needle anywhere near my fucking face.
It's like needles all fucked up.
Jeff Epstein just tipped $4.
They're doing this shit live on stream?
So yeah, he apparently, based off of this title I'm seeing here, streamer clavicular injecting his 17-year-old girlfriend with face filler. Listen.
He's injecting his girlfriend. 17-year-old girlfriend with this. That's wild to see that, dude.
You don't need face filler at such a young age, in my opinion. You know, I'm not going to condone this. Like, I'm not going to promote this because all of this is going to compound over time. It's only going to age you faster and it's only going to catch up to you in the long run. You know, 10 years from now, come back to this video and let's compare and contrast how clavicular looks, you know, and I get it. Gen Z, listen, we are a very superficial, shallow, looks obsessed, brain rot obsessed, meme obsessed, social media obsessed, compare and contrast obsessed generation. Everything is about who's the hottest, who's the prettiest, who's the richest, who has the most clout, right? But I promise you in the long run, a lot of this is going to catch up. It is.
Yep.
And you know what? At least this guy Clav understands that he's not normal. He understands that he's an outlier and that he even acknowledges that he might be autistic. And it makes sense. I believe typically autistic people become fixated on particular things that make them obsessed and allow them to go to the extremes of those things.
I think it's more than autisticness. It's just mental illness, in my personal opinion.
Do you think you have autism?
I've never been professionally diagnosed, but I am definitely on the spectrum. And I
So what I'm saying, not saying, I haven't been professionally diagnosed, but I diagnosed myself as autism. Instead of using that money to do your looksmaxing, why not use that money to get yourself professionally from an actual professional to tell you if you have autism or wherever you are on the spectrum, you know? That's, you know, and instead of wasting your money on that, just do that instead. Instead of calling yourself that you have autism.
used to think that was a really bad thing, but now I'm thinking that it's actually a superpower. I'd say that I'm fairly sociable, but things that
Oh man, dude, this is sure is something, to be honest.
I'm doing, my interests, how obsessive I get over things, these are all definitely neurodivergent. I would say that people who are as into looksmaxing as me definitely aren't always neurotypical. I'd say that almost no one is.
And I can guarantee that I've seen this firsthand. If you're a creator like myself, you're experienced with a lot of different communities, right? Anime, cosplay, femcel, incel, red pill, ED, Twitter, political, liberal, leftist, right-wing communities, all kinds of communities, Redditor communities. And a lot of these people in these communities who take things to the utmost extreme of everything,
That's
they
just
tend to
mental
be
illness.
autistic. I've seen this myself after years of covering all these.
No, you know what? I'm just calling it straight up. It's just mental illness. I'm not calling it autism or anything like that. It's just straight up mental illness. I'm sorry, but that's just straight up like addiction and mental illness. Because you're addicted to being looksmaxing. You're addicted to fucking looking good. You're addicted to all of this and all of that because you feel shallow about yourself.
Different types of people and communities. A lot of these people are just not normal. I promise you, the most extreme, like political commentators or finance YouTubers, drama YouTubers, people who are in the spotlight right now, who are really famous and rich, they're not neurotypical. Right? So in my opinion, it tracks. It really does. So yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below about this. Listen, if you want to improve your looks, go for it, but try to do it as naturally as possible. Please try and resist exogenous drugs like testosterone, PEDs, performance enhancing drugs, drugs like clavicular is trying to promote, intentionally or not. If you can, try and stay away from Accutane because it does have negative side effects, possibly, and probably just try and eat a clean diet. Cut out particular foods that may trigger, you know, cortisol levels that do trigger acne. As for the most extreme stuff like double jaw surgery that clavicular wants to get for $35,000, or limb lengthening surgery. This man is 6'2". Apparently he wants to get to 6'6" so that he can mog people who are even taller.
Are you telling me he's trying to get taller as well? He's gonna do that surgery too? Man, dude, we sure are pulling out everything, aren't we, huh? We're just pulling out everything at this point, at the bottom of the barrel.
Than 6'2".
Why are you spending $100,000 on surgery to go from 6'2" to 6'6"?
$100K from 6'2" to 6'6"? You're spending $100K for like for 4 inches? 4 increased inches? 100. Say it ain't so, bro. You guys are getting scammed, bro. These people are literally getting scammed, man. God lord, dude. Holy shit, man. That is crazy, man. 100K for 4 inches, man. Oh my fucking god, you guys are getting scammed. You guys are literally getting scammed for that, dude. That's fucking wild to see that. Man, if you want to lose 100K, just send it over to me, and I'll just let you, like, borrow, like, my heels. I'll just buy some heels or whatever, 4-inch heels, and then you can just walk around in that, and that's it. There's your 4 inches right there.
I've always valued presence super, super highly. You walk into a room, people notice.
Yeah, nah, bro. Like, this is, you know, this guy's crazy.
To be
But
honest.
thoughts and opinions down below. I thought I'd just chime in with my thoughts and opinions about this guy, Clavicular, since, you know, a lot of people would like to hear my opinions on, you know, certain things. And again, guys, I'm not going to gaslight you and say that he does not look better objectively as a man. I can clearly see that his looks
Yeah,
have
but that's not natural, though. When you find out that that is not a natural, hardworking looks, and he decided to cheat and cop out, use drugs and everything like that, the facade goes away. It's basically when, like, it's like, you know, a certain woman or so hides their natural beauty because they like to wear makeup and everything, but then when you take off their makeup, they don't look that great. That's the same thing, but this is like equivalent to a guy. So no, I would rather not date somebody like this personally. Especially if they're trying to basically peer pressure the girl to do it too as well. I prefer not to have my boyfriend to do that to me. I'd be like, no. If you don't like me the way how I am, I'm fucking, there's the door. You can leave. You know? Have fun. Have fun trying to have somebody who will love you the way how you used to look, you know?
improved. I just don't promote the way that he's gone about doing that. That said, though, thoughts and opinions down below. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one.
Crazy. That young generation is crazy. If that's Gen Z generation, like that's probably like the end part of Gen Z to Alpha or so, Gen Alpha. No, that's a pretty cooked ass generation. I'll be honest with you. But yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the video. And yeah, clavicular is mentally ill. Interesting. Clavicular, very interesting person. Trying to peer pressure Co for less your mom jokes. I'm gonna do more your mom jokes on you every single night when I lay my BBC on her, okay? Alright, so shut your bitch ass up, alright? Anyways, that's the end of the video. And honestly, pretty freaking bad. What year is Gen Z and Gen Alpha? I'm not too sure, to be honest. But yeah, terrible. This is awful. I don't like this. And peace.